Here's this week's Bleach Manga chapter 532, so let's get into this. So this week's Bleach Manga chapter, a very solid chapter this week for Bleach. I like some of the information that was said in this chapter. I like the little fight that was between Ishin and the Hollow, and I also liked how at the end, this basically is a confirmation of how Misaki got some of the Hollow's essence inside of her. So, a very solid chapter this week for Bleach. So, as we know from the last chapter, Aizen ended up cutting Ishin in the back. And the thing is, Ishin doesn't know who hit him because the cloak that Aizen is wearing, is Kisuke's own cloak. But the thing is, it goes a step further. But apparently, it doesn't only just hide your Rezaitsu, it also masks your entire presence altogether. If you pour some of your Rezaitsu in there, you can't even be seen. You can't even be seen. It's like, god dang. So, oh man, Kisuke is a freaking beast. He just basically mass-produced it, I think. But the whole point is, he's stealing from Kisuke. It's like, man, what the heck? That's beast, though. That thing's crazy. And so, Ishin doesn't know who hit him, but he knows it's a Shinigami that did it. He knows there's some type of betrayal going on here. So, that's very interesting to know. So, the thing is, the Hollow started attacking him again, and then we get a little bit of information on the Hollow. Apparently, that Hollow was created using a Shinigami soul implemented into a Hollow. And that's basically how the process for the hollification for Shinigamis are. They use like a Hollow soul inside a Shinigami. That's how it happens. So I think this is a reverse process, basically. But it's interesting because I'm curious to exactly whose soul that is that's in that Hollow that's making them that much stronger. I'm curious about that. If we're ever gonna know about that, though, I don't think we are. It's just something I want to point out. I'm curious who that soul is. So yeah, that fight's going on, and then we get this new move from Ishin, which is freaking epic. Like, the thing is, I think this is also symbolism I'm noticing in this chapter. I think this is symbolism. Because the thing is, this attack that he does, he puts his hand over his face kind of like this. That's kind of reminiscent to Ichigo when he got about to put that mask on. He's like, you know how it is. So I feel like there's a little bit of symbolism, but that's also going on based on the attack that he has. Because apparently, he's bleeding and everything. The Hollows coming at him. He ends up using this new move. He ends up taking some of the blood off his hand and everything, and then spits it right on the flames of his sword, and his flames ignited really, really big. And that slash, wherever that is exactly, ended up cutting off the Hollow's arm, one of the Hollow's arms. So that was a nice move. Nice move. It's very interesting, though. Like I said, I think that's symbolism. But as the fight kept continuing, you saw Misaki, and she's watching in the background, like, what the heck? And so she kind of interferes in this fight, using her arrows, shooting kind of like Ishida, how there's an array of arrows. So it's kind of nice to see that. And she's like, I can't hit it. And so then the Hollow comes by, ends up trying to actually bite Misaki, which the Hollow actually does bite Misaki. And then that's when Misaki's like, there, baby. Pow! Like, shot that thing in the head like a gun, man. So that's basically how the chapter ended there. But the thing is, that Hollow, that's how the Hollow basically got inside her, or some of the essence inside of Misaki. That bite. That little wound right there that she got from that Hollow. That's what happened. So I'm thinking that's how she got some of that Hollow inside of her body, which then, Kurosaki, and then the mask stuff. So yeah, that little bit made all that happen, I'm guessing. At least I'm assuming that's where that came from. And I find it odd that the Hollow ended up even more, trying to bite her in the first place. He could have just, settled her, or attacked her with the other arm. It's not like he didn't. It's not like he didn't have two arms. One arm got cut off, so he still had another arm to use to try to go after Misaki. But he didn't do that. He actually bit her. So that's one thing I'm kind of curious about. Not to mention also, Aizen in this chapter, he was very, very, very surprised to see a Quincy on the field. He's like, back up, guys. That's a Quincy. It's like, let's see what happens. What's going on? He was really, really shocked and surprised by that. The thing is, you can tell this is not planned by him. He does not know what's going on, but he's going with the flow. That's how good Aizen is, though. He still gets his plan out, whether or not any of the circumstances kind of messes up his plan or not. He always fixes it. He always fixes it. So that's interesting. And I'm curious why he was so excited by that. I mean, I'm guessing because the thing is how Quincy's don't normally go on the battlefield like that. That's why I think is why it's so shocking to see that, an actual Quincy there. So I'm curious of what he's gonna do next to Misaki, because now he has his eyes on Misaki now. So Misaki's gonna be on watch by Aizen. So Aizen, he has a plan. He has a plan for that now. So I'm very curious of what's exactly gonna happen next to unfold. And I'm just liking how everything is still coming together. I'm loving this stuff. It's just, I love this flashback, because it's really just putting everything together, and I'm just really enjoying everything that's happening here. So what I think is gonna probably happen next week's chapter is that, yes, he's probably gonna be on the ground, Ishine or something. And that's when Misaki ends up saying something to Ishine or taking him back to the 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 hotel, the place where Misaki lives right now. That's just what's gonna happen. Though that or maybe Aizen may try to do something to Misaki because he is in like in full cloak mode. You can't notice him at all. So maybe he may do something to Misaki. Who knows? Maybe he could amplify what's already in some of the Hall's essence inside of her. Maybe I'm not sure. There's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of possibilities that can happen right now. So I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen next, but I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next here. So leave your comments below and tell me what you think of this chapter this week for Bleach. Like this review and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Bleach reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, break out.